going through the matchups that will decide the matchups this weekend in the highest profile, the biggest matchups of the weekend. And we're getting to one that might be the biggest mismatch, or at least the toughest matchup for any singular player this weekend. Tyler Guyton, your rookie first-round left tackle from Dallas Cowboys, gets his welcome to the NFL moment with Myles Garrett, the freakish Browns pass rusher. Easily, in my opinion, the most gifted pass rusher in the NFL as it stands right now. Doubled more than anyone else. I imagine you're not going to get a lot of one-on-ones, but he's still going to get asked to go up against him all day long. And this Cowboys O-line with some youth, whether it's at center and left tackle now, losing what they lost this offseason to Tyron Smith, Tyler Biadasz, they're going to have their hands full against this Browns D-line. What do you see here, Kyle?
Well, I see a tremendous opportunity for the Cowboys to pick up where they left off in the theme of offensive line dominance. And, Tyler Guyton's not a guy that checked all the boxes. I talked to you about the scouting profiles of these dudes. I didn't watch them a ton in college, but obviously you get to see these guys on tape a little bit in the preseason. I'm not mad about it. You lose a Hall of Famer to the New York Jets and you go draft a left tackle and then you go bring him a buddy, Cooper Beebe, at the center position. I think it's a great opportunity. Go, you know what, man? Put some extra tape on, go out there, maybe double tape, and go have a hell of a heavyweight fight with the best defensive lineman in football. You know what? You can hang your hat on that. Win, lose, or draw, you will earn the respect of your teammates if you go out there and show that you will hold no punches against these guys. I remember my rookie year, my first matchup was Geno Atkins. And I don't know if you guys know Geno Atkins like I know Geno Atkins, but I didn't touch him much week one. But I gave my best effort. We ended up winning the football game. And it was one of those things where after the game, you get that respect from the other guys in your room. And there's no mistake about it that 52 other guys on this team are saying, I wonder how Guyton's going to do against Myles Garrett. Well, go out there and put up a fight. It could be a lot of fun. The Cowboys fans will love you for life if you go out there week one. First impressions, okay? And I know this offensive coordinator is going to say, let's go try to get after Myles Garrett early. They're going to have some traps, some whams. They're going to find a way to get his eyes all over the map. They want to confuse Myles Garrett and slow down that F-350 supercharged pickup truck that is Myles Garrett.
Yeah, and the thing about the NFL world, Kyle, you know about this being in the locker room. When you have a young player, a rookie going against a dude, one of the best in the world, we already know it's going to be a long, long day for you. But it's our job to go out and encourage you the week of, and also to make sure we're giving you the assistance that we need to give you. Because we're not expecting you to go out and shut down instantly one of the best in the world. He's going to get his plays, but we need you to get a play here or there, and it's our job collectively to be able to assist you and help you throughout the ball game. But one thing I'll say this, when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys and drafting offensive linemen, they've been doing a phenomenal job getting key young players into their organization. These guys established to be a cemented block in what they do on the front. Cooper Beebe, I think he's going to be a dog also.
Yep.
I mean, look at what Jerry has done in years past when we look at the offensive linemen that he's drafted. So they're going to be fine, but this is a great opening day. It's not a great opening day experience. It's a tough one when you talk about Myles Garrett and Zadarius and, Thomason. I mean, Quentin Jefferson. Man, they got some dudes on that defensive line that can go.
Here's the thing. Mike McCarthy's no dummy. He knows this is not one to leave Guyton or Terrence Steele on islands. You're Jake Ferguson, you're chipping all day long. You're Luke Schoonmaker, your backup tight end, you're going to be in a lot of plays. We cannot have these four wide empty sets putting our tackles on islands. It's just not going to happen. So Mike McCarthy's no dummy. He knows it's going to happen, but the problem is the Browns throw so much at you, whether it's a secondary against this receiving core, that CeeDee Lamb's still ramping up and may not be able to go, every snap of the offensive plays. So there's just a lot that this Cowboys offense is going to have to deal with right out the gate.
I like what you said about they're going to have to allocate resources. I mean, it's obvious. They're not going to just throw Guyton out there week one against Myles Garrett. But you have to also keep in mind it's a numbers game. When you allocate more numbers to the line of scrimmage, you're going to have less guys out on routes. But luckily, they got this guy by the name of CeeDee Lamb, who's pretty darn good at the game of football. Dak Prescott, historic season last year. They're going to pick up where they left off. And I think for CeeDee Lamb, he may not have been signed, but the guy's definitely going to be in great shape. He's an absolute Adonis at the receiver position. There's only a handful of guys who are physically put together like that. And I think CeeDee Lamb picks up where he left off. He needs to take advantage. He needs to really make them pay they're going to have all these guys up there in protection. There's only going to be a handful of guys on routes. You got to win your routes, CeeDee Lamb. Get the ball out of Dak's hands because we all know who's coming, Big 95.